she's like, yeah, I don't want Chaz to think I used him, but you did use him. You used him. You used him to stay in the villa. He's like, why did you guys save Maddie instead of Bria? Was it because of a friendship thing? And Sydney was like, yeah. Sydney, what's wrong with you? Why are you crying? If you didn't cause harm, there's no reason to cry. So clearly you know you've caused harm. Anyway, go tell Chaz you don't like him because this boy thinks there's a chance. The more you hold on to people, the more they escape. Oof, please. I'm a poet. Finger snaps.
Yo, I did, but me, I love your job. Love your job. No do, no do. No do, Maya, no gaya from. No, you know.
Hey everyone, I'm your host Mayoko. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing Love Island USA Season 4, Episode 18. Let's get straight into the video. Okay, so they left us on a cliffhanger. Why? Like, what was the purpose? Who do you guys think is going home? Anyway, we have 8 vulnerable people. On the girls' side, it's Maddie, Courtney. I was very surprised to see Courtney. Why don't we like Courtney? What are you guys? What's going on? What's going on? Anyway, Maddie, Courtney, Kat, and Naja. Everybody else was not really a surprise to me, but Courtney came as a surprise to me because I'm like, I thought we liked Courtney. Anyway, then for the boys, we have Jesse, Bryce, Jared, and Chaz. Nobody came as a surprise to me for the boys. I guess the couple, well, to be honest, I don't know. Do you guys like Sydney? Why is Sydney not in the... Let me stop. I don't know. Let me stop because I thought we didn't like Sydney, but I guess we like Sydney. I don't know. Okay, anyway, whatever. Let me start off. Who do you guys think is going home? Actually, let me start with that. Who do you guys think is going home? Because it's very hard to choose. So the guys are picking what girls go home, and then the girls are picking what guys go home. And I feel like it's going to be real tricky because, I don't know, like, who would the boys want to send home? Maybe Kat? But then again, Isaiah might want to send Naja home so he doesn't ruin him and Sydney's relationship. But then on the girls' side, they might send Chaz home. But I don't know. Who do you guys think is going home? I can't even give you a clear cut. Maybe Chaz and Kat? I don't know. Let's see. But comment down below who you guys think is going home. Now let me rewind because I fast forwarded. I went all the way to the end of the episode. Let me rewind and go back to how the episode actually started. It started off with Kat and Naja talking about Sydney and Isaiah. And basically, you know, it was giving cliquey vibes. But is what they said completely wrong? No. Because Sydney is a bit too clingy. Even Sydney said it after a few moments after in the episode. She's like, yeah, I feel like I'm doing too much for Isaiah. You know, I'm a queen. He has to chase me. I can't keep chasing him. So I think Sydney kind of, you know, got it together. Like, okay, hold on. I think I'm chasing this boy a little too much. But Kat is basically saying Sydney's insecure. Naja is there saying Sydney's acting like a chimpanzee. I'm like, okay, you guys, calm down. Naja, you want Isaiah so bad, but Isaiah doesn't want you. Well, so Isaiah says. Isaiah tells Naja, like, you know, he's not interested. He wants to get to know Sydney. His feelings for her keep growing. He told her clear cut, like, listen, I'm not interested. And I think Naja now finally, after speaking to Isaiah and having Isaiah tell her straight up, I don't want you, I think she's going to calm down. Because last episode she was crying. This episode she was acting like if Isaiah was the only one for her. She was like, Isaiah keeps looking at me. But Isaiah says otherwise. So she can't keep chasing this boy because clearly he is not interested. Do you guys really think Isaiah is not interested? I think Isaiah is scared of Sydney. I said it. I think Isaiah is... Even Timmy said it. Even Timmy was like, don't you think you just don't want to hurt Sydney's feelings? And he's like, no, that's not the reason. Like, I really, really want Sydney. If any other girl came and was 100% my type, maybe I would turn heads, but not for Naja. I was like, wow, okay, so he might really not want this Naja girl. So we have it here, guys. You heard it there first. He's not interested. Naja can finally move on. But then Isaiah and Sydney have a conversation, and Sydney is telling Isaiah one more time, she's like, listen, I am not gonna put up with you wanting to talk to other girls. I know where my heart is. I want to get to know you. I want you. So if you want to get to explore other things, go ahead, but don't come back to me. And Isaiah's like, no, I want to get to know you. Like, those other girls don't compare to you. Basically, Sydney's giving him the ultimatum. Is she right for that? I guess, because she knows what she wants. But do I think it's fair? No, because let this boy explore. Let him break your heart in the villa, because you're going to get over it. Don't let this boy break your heart in the real world, because you're going to get over it for sure. But it's going to take way longer for you to get over him outside the villa. So let this boy explore. Do you guys... My thing with Sydney, and the reason why I don't really care for Sydney is because, like, come on, be realistic, babes. Like, there's temptation outside the villa. There's temptation inside the villa, clearly. But let this boy misbehave now. Because if you keep clinging on to him like, oh, like you're only for me, I want you, like, he's going to eventually... Anyway, you guys, I don't even know what to say anymore, because Sydney needs to stop acting like this man can't do what he needs to do. When you hold this man... in fact, it's a circle of life. The more you hold on to people, the more they escape. Oof, please. I'm a poet. Finger snaps, finger snaps. The more you hold on to people, the more they escape. I said it. So she needs to let Isaiah just go explore, do what he needs to do, and, you know, make sure Sydney is the actual one. Because, you guys, I do not think Sydney and Isaiah are going to work out on the outside. Even during the challenge, we're going to talk about that in a few minutes, but during the challenge, you're like, which relationship is one-sided? Who won first place? I don't think it was Isaiah and Sydney that won first place. Most one-sided was Deb and Jesse that won first place, but Isaiah and Sydney were nominated, and I'm like, yeah, because Isaiah is not really giving much. But of course, Isaiah got angry. He's like, what do you guys mean? Like, I'm giving 50-50, I'm giving my all. Anyway, we're going to talk about the challenge in a few minutes. Let me move on to Naja and Jeff. So Naja and Jeff are talking. She's like, I don't even know why I'm crying. I don't know how I feel. It's just a lot. And Jeff is like, I understand. I get it. You know, I'm not clingy, so do what you got to do. But I'm always here for you if you need to talk. Jeff is so sweet. Where is this coming from? Like, Jeff is an F-boy. Don't get me wrong. I think Jeff is only sweet because he's in a vulnerable position right now. But I also feel like he can be very sweet when he wants to be. And we love that. At this point, new girls are coming in for Casa Amor. So hopefully Jeff finds a connection, because this poor man, like, I really think he deserves a lot more than he's getting. Like, Naja misbehaving, doing what is Naja? Naja is sneaky. I don't like her. I said it. And she acts weird. What did she do during the episode? She did some weird shit. Like, I'm trying to think. If I think, I'm gonna come back and talk about it. Oh yeah, I remember what Naja did. So during the challenge, when like the couples got voted like most fake couple, blah blah blah, Jeff would like laugh, cause like, why not? It's a game. And Naja would be like, stop laughing, girl, let that boy laugh if he wants to laugh. What's your business? I didn't like that, cause let this boy... Anyway, that's the weird shit she did that I didn't like. I'm like, let this boy laugh. Why can't he laugh? If he wants to, he can. It's a game. Anyway, the conclusion of Naja and Jeff's conversation is like, you know, he understands she wants to get to know other people. He's okay with it, but he's not clingy. He's not going to chase her. Also, during the episode, Chaz asked Sydney, he's like, why did you guys save Maddie instead of Bria? Was it because of a friendship thing? And Sydney was like, yeah. Sydney, what's wrong with you? Like, she was like, yeah, it's because we knew, you know, we've known Maddie for longer. Basically, Chaz is wondering why his sister went home, because his sister could have built a connection with Jeff. As we all saw when Bria was leaving, Jeff is kissing Bria on the lips. We don't even know where that came from. Meanwhile, Maddie is here crying, feeling emotional, because she's like, she really likes Jared. Is his name Jared? I think his name's Jared. She really likes Jared. He's a very attractive guy, a very nice guy, but there's nothing there for her. She doesn't feel any connection. She doesn't feel any spark, and she doesn't feel like it would work on the outside, because she's ready to settle down, get married, and she doesn't think Jared is there. So she's like, she misses Andy. I don't know why Maddie did not leave. I don't know why Maddie doesn't leave that villa. Go take Andy. Go to Andy. I don't understand, but I mean, that was a valid question Chaz asked. Like, why did Bria have to go? It was a friendship thing. Sydney admitted it. It was friendship. And that's not fair, because this is Love Island, not Friendship Island. Because Sydney clearly said, yeah, it was a friendship thing. It was a friendship reason. There was no other reason why they saved Maddie. But my thing is, if Maddie really feels so strong about Andy, she could leave right now, instead of crying about how she is missing Andy and doesn't feel a connection with Jared. You guys, this episode was pissing me off. Anyway, let's move on. Kat and Chaz. Where do I even start? Chaz is talking to her. He's like, yeah, I understand your options are open, but I'm going to make it really hard for the next guy to get you, because I really want you. I know where I stand. And Kat is telling him how, yeah, you know, her options are open because, you know, even though she's happy in her couple, there might be more out there. What kind of nonsense ass excuse is that? Just tell this boy you don't like him. It's like saying like, oh, I don't want to get married because, you know, there are other options out there. Duh, there are other options out there. But if you love this person, or if you want to get to know this person, or if you're interested in this person, you don't care about the other options. Like, was Cat crazy? So she's like, man, just tell this boy you don't want him. Tell this boy you don't want him, because Chaz is out there thinking like something could develop between both of you. Meanwhile, you know nothing can develop between both of you. So Kat just needs to tell Chaz straight up, like, I don't want you. She's crying, and then Courtney and Zeta are consoling her. She's like, yeah, I don't want Chaz to think I used him, but you did use him. You used him. You used him to stay in the villa, but that's okay. A lot of people have done that before. So stop crying. Just own up to it. You used him. It is what it is. Move on. My thing is, Kat might not have done it intentionally. She might not have tried to use Chaz intentionally, but she did use him. So it is what it is. I don't know why she's crying. All these emotional people. But anyway, I understand, like, staying in the villa, you know, not being in the outside world. I know that villa could take a toll on your emotions. So I get it. But I don't, because it's like, why are you crying? You're crying because obviously you know you did something wrong. Because you wouldn't cry if you were 100% right on your decision, if you didn't do some harm. You know, why are you crying? If you didn't cause harm, there's no reason to cry. So clearly you know you've caused harm. Anyway, go tell Chaz you don't like him, because this boy thinks there's a chance. And there's no chance. Then we have Courtney and Bryce. It was really weird what happened this episode between Courtney and Bryce, because I thought they were doing really good. And then Bryce is here rolling his eyes. Courtney's, you know, they're not kissing at night like they used to. The connection is dying down. So Courtney's kind of concerned. So she tells Zeta to come, and basically, I guess Zeta was the judge for the conversation between her and Bryce. But Bryce was like, why does Zeta have to be here? Can't we just both talk? And Courtney's like, no, I just want Zeta here. Courtney is so cute. I think she was just feeling like, you know, not scared per se, but you know when you want your friend to back you up. Anyway, Zeta was just sitting in the corner just listening. Zeta really couldn't care less to be there, but you know, she had to do what she had to do for her friend. I love Zeta and Courtney's relationship. I really, really love it. But yeah, Bryce is like, no, nothing has changed on my side. I don't know what you're talking about. Bryce is sneaky, you guys. Let's watch out for Bryce too, because he's giving sneaky behavior. But let's proceed, because towards the end of the episode, he's kissing up on her. You know, they're talking about each other. During the challenge, they did get a lot of heat. You know what? Let me move to the challenge. During the challenge, most sexy couple was Timmy and Zeta. Most boring couple was Courtney and Bryce. And then that's where Bryce was like, I don't care if we're boring. Boring can be a good thing. I'm like, okay, Bryce, calm down. It's not like that. Calm down. And then least genuine, Chaz and Kat. And most one-sided relationship, Deb and Jesse. So that was the challenge. Nothing really shocked me with those answers. For each one, I could see why they got the title that they got. I don't know. Which couple do you think didn't deserve the title? What did you guys think? Were you guys shocked about the titles some of these couples got? Were you guys wondering who got the wrong title? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought. But I feel like everything was distributed nicely in terms of like the first place. I don't really know what second and third place was, but first place, everybody that got what they got for first place, I'm not surprised. That was it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, thank you so much for coming back. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.